सो मैं एक बार फिर अपना मुंह काला करके आ गया हूँ. बाय दैट आई मीन दैट आई हैव कलर्ड माई फेशियल हेयर एंड इट्स कम आउट वेरी पैची एंड आई एम वेरी हैप्पी दैट यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू सी दोज पैचेज ऑन योर फोन स्क्रीन्स एंड इफ यू डू प्लीज डोंट टेल me that you are able to see the patches there. So I was surfing the internet and then I came across this very old video which was made when The Orange Hangover came out, which was my third book. And I was listening to it, and it's very interesting to see that how one was in the past. I think it is some 7-year-old video or so, how one's journey has been and where I was and where I am now. The Orange Hangover is the third book, which I consider as one of the set of 3 books that I wrote initially, and all 3 of them were comedies, and that's one of them. And in the video, I'm just trying to explain what the book was all about and what was my writing process, and and I look very awkward. Yes, just like in the previous video I had shared a few days back. But it I think it does convey the idea of the book very clearly. So I'm just going to share that video again. And in case you have not read the book, this is one of the 2 books which I remember very fondly. And this is one of the 2 books for which I still get a lot of fan mail, and people still come to me and they say this was one book that we really enjoyed when we read it. So maybe you can give it a try and see how you like it. And if you actually end up reading it, I would love to know what you thought about it. So without taking any more time, here's the video that I'm talking about.
We have with us today Mr. Rahul Saini, the author of our latest book, The Orange Hangover. Hi Rahul. So, where did this title, The Orange Hangover, come to you from? Very curious title. Please tell us something.
Is it really curious title? But I love the title though. Okay. I have always liked the color orange since I was a kid, and then later when I grew up and I started learning stuff, I learned that every color has a meaning and significance attached to it. So I got curious that what does orange signify? So it turned out that orange is the fusion of 2 colors, that is red and yellow. Red is the color that signifies passion and a lot of strong emotions. Yellow is what signifies peace and prosperity. And when these 2 colors come together, they give us orange, which essentially is the color of creativity and a lot of other values attached to it. So the basic theme of the whole book revolves around how values kind of stick to you, and how some people are able to wash it off and how some people are not able to wash those off, and that essentially is the Orange Hangover, and that's how the title came.
Oh, that's really fascinating.
It is, thank you.
Another thing, TV shows and movie names keep coming up in your writing, we find. So, how come?
I think we live in a world that's driven by the media, and I guess we all are movie buffs, aren't we? I mean, like, we are totally updated with which new film is coming, which new TV show is on the television, and we have a way of following it, and also we have a way of being influenced by all those things also, and I'm no exception, and I'm sure you would not be either. I mean, like, I can't turn on the television when True Blood's on, or I have to watch the latest Vampire Diaries episode, or even 90210, which is so looked down upon, is something that I enjoy, and I've grown up watching Friends, and so I think it's just, we love talking about the things that we like. So how can I write a story without talking about the things that I like? So that's how I think all those movie references come into the picture.
It's a very natural style.
Yeah, I think there's no way, it's no use expressing if you're not being natural. If you're just making it up, if you're just pretending, then what's the point of expressing? So.
Okay, speaking of natural, Rishabh Suri, the central character in your book, is this completely hyper, paranoid kind of guy. At the drop of a hat, he gets all hyper. Is that also natural?
It's very natural for him. I think if you look at Rishabh's character, he essentially has been trained as an architect formally. So for any kind of art form, including architecture, which I consider an art form, you need to be creative. And if you are creative, you won't have a wild imagination. And this guy has a wild imagination, and his mind keeps jumping all the time. And that's why he is so. What do you say he was?
Hyper.
Hyper and paranoid also to a certain extent. Yes, because I think he is somewhere very insecure as well. So that's why he's paranoid.
So Rishabh stands for a lot of people who at that age are hyper, or is there any message in that sense that you're putting out through this book?
I don't like putting across very strong messages because like all of my readers who are young out there, I find it boring when someone starts to preach me. But I think if you talk about the essence of the book, it's about being comfortable with the choices that you've made in life, with the kind of ideas that you have. It's all about becoming comfortable with who you actually are and what you actually want to do, which would take time to discover, because self-discovery doesn't happen overnight. It is a gradual process, it's a journey. So that's the kind of idea that I have in this book. And also the basic idea is that don't let your values fade away. The orange hangover, orange as a lot of values, if you haven't used in yourself, don't just wash it off when you go face the real world. And if the practical world asks you to be corrupt, just don't be corrupt. Let the orange influence, the orange hangover remain, and follow what those values ask you to. That's I think the message.
All in all, it
But
looks like there's humor, there's lots of laughs,
It's
there is
essentially humor.
there is a slight social message. At the same time, it's a very entertaining kind of book.
See,
Sure.
I wanted to make people laugh when they would read it, and that was the aim. And it had to be it, because I don't know, I can't read a book that's all VP. I mean, like we all have enough of sad things happening in our lives, don't we? I mean, like look at students, they have all those submissions to make. Look at all the professionals, they have all the deadlines to make, and then they need to earn the money, they need to pay the bills. And not that all of these are traumatizing in ways, but it's stiffening, isn't it? So you need to unwind and relax.
One last question. I'm sure people will really be waiting to know this too. Is there love in the book?
Obviously there is love. What story is complete without love? I mean, like, my favorite movie happens to be Titanic, one of the favorite films of Titanic, and if you just strip it off with the love part, there's hardly anything left. I think love is a very human emotion. It's very inherent in all of us, and it has to surface in one way or the other. There has to be a love angle, yes. There is a love angle.
Great. We all look forward to reading the book.
I hope you enjoy it as much as I had fun writing it.
Thank you.
And I tried making it interesting this time by putting in certain illustrations, I think, which have come out nice, aren't they?
Yeah, the illustrations do look good. Yeah.
See, I love the one with the puppy though. That's a cute one, right? See? And this particular guy in this poster here, he is a very popular pop singer there in Punjab. People are crazy about it. And I have heard his song, and it makes me and all of my friends laugh when it reads forever here, because many people would not want his songs to be on forever, and it says forever. That's particularly funny.